I can barely breathe in this.
Well, that's a good thing because at the end of the show you're probably gonna be fainted because of your out of air, and I like that. And you cannot even drink your Americano. How does it taste? Okay. Is this your this year's Halloween costume?
Right before we started,
Yeah.
you literally said, "Are you Frankenstein?"
But when I look again, Frankenstein, I think it's even
I'm Michael Myers.
Michael
from
Myers.
Halloween.
Michael Myers.
Yes, the
Who's-
killer.
Okay, I didn't watch enough American horror movies, so
You're
to
not-
acknowledge,
you're-
I'm what's her name? Magnificent? No. I forgot.
Not the Magnificent. Maleficent.
Maleficent.
Jesus Christ, Edward.
I am Maleficent.
Here I am providing quality costumes for us, and what did you bring? Juicy Saiyan?
I ordered lunch. I showed my
Maybe
appreciation.
Maybe you should just stay ordering lunch. How about that?
Edward, I didn't even know we're gonna do a Halloween concept before you even called me.
Fix it up, Getty.
Yes, I just realized. Yes,
Surprise!
yeah. Before I think when the show is aired, I think it's American Halloween. And tell us on the comments what are you guys gonna be this year? Are you gonna be a sexy mouse? Are you gonna be a I think the most popular costume this year might be Joker.
If I had the body for it, I would be a sexy Min Hee-jin.
How can you be a sexy Minnie? Minnie's outfit is far away from sexy.
You wear a tightly fitted striped shirt and just a baseball cap.
Oh, you want? Oh, when you said that, maybe.
Yeah.
Like very tight, and then
In Maxim magazine, they did that.
they did it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
What's Minnie Jean's reaction to it?
Girl, I don't fucking know. I don't know if she saw that.
Okay.
Okay, y'all.
So the killer is
Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be
revealing
able
her,
to do it the whole episode that way because that'd be crazy. That was for the thumbnail.
but you can hold it just so it can be scary.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you called this Frankenstein is crazy.
I actually
Myers.
didn't know.
So it's gonna be Halloween.
Yes.
I figured we can attempt to make the topic about Halloween and then veer off of that as you usually do.
Mm-hmm. But one very Halloween topic we can talk about which is very tragic. So I kind of want to avoid talking about that topic because
I love how you want to avoid talk about it and yet you bring it up.
I mean, 2 years ago we were there. We're literally there. We're literally there.
Yeah,
But to just briefly explain what really happened is. So
Oh,
what?
Edward, they know what happened. What do you mean really
I know,
happened?
but like when we were there, we are like, because there are so many people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We are on the gay side.
Yes, we're on the gay side, and what really happened is on the main street where the gays are not hanging out there.
Yeah.
But we actually were at the beginning of the Halloween party. I think because we were at Itaewon this Friday, and actually no one dressed up because all the gay clubs are closing because of what happened 2 years ago.
I was there yesterday and they were all open.
They're all open. They only close on Friday, so they only.
Oh yeah, there were a lot of them closed on Friday.
Oh
Yeah.
They closed for one day because of and then they open.
Well, technically Halloween isn't even until next week, so
I see.
yeah, but it was definitely open yesterday, and
There are a lot of people.
there were not as bad as the 2 years ago, but it's still a lot of people than normal.
Yeah, we definitely have seen a lot of more police over there, like legit
know,
police,
right?
not dressed up
Yeah,
police.
I know, right?
Just
I was
to
like, the 1 year they want to suddenly have a lot of police. That's when there's not as many people on the streets, which better safe than sorry. Right?
yes, and I've heard a lot of people actually they're moving to Hongdae instead of Itaewon because
For hanging out.
yeah, for hanging out because what happened. So they are actually most of the people they're actually dressing up in Hongdae, which is a good thing, I think. So not
Diversifies.
as much people are bombarded in Itaewon. So there are actually two choices for them to go now. So there will be in each location there will be just the right amount of people, I guess.
I went to this place called East West or something. East and West, and I've never been there before. I guess it's a gay bar.
It's a gay bar called East and West.
Yeah.
Does it imply something?
That I thought, but it's just the vibe is supposed to be similar to Thursday Party.
I don't know where that
where
is.
it's kind of just like college vibes, like
I
very
see.
rustic.
I see.
Inside, very kind of like almost American style pub or bar, that type of thing.
With beer pong and stuff.
Oh, like that vibe.
I see.
There was no beer pong, but it's like that vibe.
I see.
And I was with my friend and his friends. We were all having a good time. They were already drunk. Luckily for me, that means I don't have to deal with like awkwardness because they're already crazy. I had a few beers at home before I went, so I was a little more relaxed. But there was a boy there. that I saw, which was very much my type.
A boy that you haven't met before. You just you just
Yeah.
met him. I see.
Of course, as boys being boys, we're like checking boys out. Like, oh, is there anybody you think he's cute? Is there anybody you like? And I'm like, 얘는 마음에 들어. I like him. And then my friend, he's the type to like, if he's with you and you say you think someone is cute, he will go to that person and be like, 연결해줄게. Like, oh, I'll hook you guys up.
I appreciate a friend like that.
Honestly. And that night, normally I'm like, no, stop. But that night I was like, okay. So my friend, I was like, oh, he's right there. I think he's cute. And my friend's like, okay, let me go get him. Gets him. He's like, hey, my friend thinks you're cute. And the guy came up to me, girl.
What happened?
So immediately grabs me, starts groping me, touching me, starts trying to like eat my face.
Isn't that a good thing?
Here's the thing. My first reaction is, of course, like, oh my God, finally. Because this type of thing never happens to me. Nobody ever approaches me.
Well, it just happened.
Yeah, okay. I know, which is why I didn't know how to react. But the first reaction is, oh my God, finally I'm having my moment with a guy that
You're getting pregnant tonight.
I'm getting pregnant tonight. But then the other half was also like awkward and shy because that's never happened to me. So I'm like, I don't know how to react. Right. So I was just like, oh my God, stop. Oh my God, wait, 잠깐만. Because he was on me.
He's eating your face.
He was eating me, girl. He was eating my face. And I was like, babes. Luckily, I had my perfect diary powder on, so there was no jingle. There was no like scratching.
Your skin is flawless.
Except it's kind of dry here because of the tretinoin I'm putting on. But so I was like, 일단은 first, let me just get your Instagram, which I did, and he never followed me back, and he hasn't replied to my DM. So
why? Oh, I don't get it.
He was so drunk, I just followed him. Because I should give him my phone and follow.
He might forget what happened at that night. Probably.
But the thing that really makes me feel like that's gonna happen is immediately after doing that to me, I was like, let's go over here back to where my friends were, that area. He immediately saw another guy and went and did the exact same thing to him.
So he's
just really drunk.
He's like a kissing zombie. He's jumping into this one and that one. Yeah. He's eating everyone's face.
Oh, pretty much.
And if he forgot what happened.
Yeah. So
can I see his Instagram? Do you think you should DM him just to
the only thing
remind what happened? Okay.
Yeah, kind of like a little bit.
Shouldn't you DM him? I think that's worth it. Hey, did you remember?
Please go home safely.
And he didn't reply.
Nope. It's okay though. One day.
All these Korean guys.
I mean, we live in Korea, so. But.
Well,
yeah, it was fun though. Girl, I swear to God, the number of times I heard apate. I was like, okay, I love you, Rose, but if I have to keep hearing the song, I'm gonna get tired of it because that's what happens when you overhear it. You kind of get tired of it.
The song just came out like last week, and you're already tired.
I'm not at that point yet, but it was on the verge because it can't like every club I went to. It's the first thing the second I walked in, it's suddenly like by coincidence. Even at the clubs that don't normally play K-pop. Technically, it was a English language song, so it's released on like Western radio. But of course, even though I came on again and again, I'm like, ugh. But I'd be doing the, and everyone, it's very hype. Everyone's singing along, so we love that.
Among New Women and
I'm a new woman
and Mantra and
this that pretty girl Mantra, this that blanche, just let.
Which one is your favorite?
The one I find myself singing the most is Mantra.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah, it's not a matter of like, oh, I like this the most, because I don't think those are the type of songs I will go to listen, because I'm going to listen to it anyway on social media and at the club. So if I had to choose one that I like, I'd probably say Mantra.
Me too. I have to say my favorite song is Mantra. This that pretty girl Mantra.
This that blah, just touch down in LA. Yeah. But more so than those songs, Babes. Whiplash.
Oh my God, my favorite. I love how there's a part of the neck thing. I think the artist that made this is it La Chita or something?
La Chica, the choreographer. Yeah.
Yes, from by Gabby. I really love one part of the choreography where the team of the dancers where they're spread out. I think that moment is just very giving.
The entire music video is giving. It's giving fashion film, and I love that.
Yes, it's giving fashion film. It's giving Rick Owens.
Yeah. Macho.
And the makeup I love.
Yep.
Finally, they're ditching the athletic girl for quadruple makeup. The juicy makeup
from like the spicy era.
Yeah, they're so different.
Yeah, I love the black lipstick on them. So good.
And I just love how aespa's concept is there's never like acting youth or cute or 청순.
Yeah, because New Jeans brought in the reign of like young, fresh energy, right?
In a right way. In a right way, without the male gaze. But then
it's just like young girls having fun with their other friends.
Yes.
But then aespa continued to do the whole
like grown up woman, sexy, fashionable,
just like cunty.
Yeah, but without the male gaze, which I love.
I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it's not like sister kind of like showing like this kind of sexy, which I like as well. But I think Kiss of Life, kind of bringing that vibe back. Yes, but aespa is just very different as well, which I love.
I don't know the words.
Why?
She's wiping her glasses and then
part of the Whiplash. Oh, that's the Kiss of Life.
Yes.
The new song, right?
Yeah.
I should have listened to it, but I didn't.
It's okay. I only know the one part, the viral part.
But I really love how the trend of male idols performing Sticky for fan service.
Oh, yeah. I know.
I love it. Because they were twerking and everything.
Yeah. Did you see One Hose?
I didn't see One Hose. Oh, actually, I saw it.
Yeah,
but I think that went viral for another reason.
Wano got all that ass, but he works out so much. That's the thing though, because a lot of times I've heard a lot from dancers that if you work out too much and get a really big body, it makes it hard to dance more like aesthetically because you just have so much muscle. However, Wonho is for having as much muscle as he has, he's a very good dancer. But despite all that ass, the twerking was looking a little taktake, a little bit
too
stiff.
Too stiff.
You know, but I don't know if he was trying to be like controlled so it's not too jiggly, or if he was genuinely struggling to like shake the booty. But I mean, we all enjoyed it, so.
I watched the one, but I watched the performance of Mingyu for several times because I was so into it.
Oh, at their fan con?
Yeah.
He's very cute.
너무 cute.
That video where they were like, Mingyu, 결혼하자.
Yeah, by a male person.
Yeah. I always love those videos.
Proposing in front of all the fans.
Yeah. And they're okay with it because it's not a girl screaming it.
Oh,
if a girl screamed it, the girls would go crazy
like,
and
how dare you
hunt her down. But because it's a dude, they're like BL. Haha.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we were talking about that BL drama.
Because we were eating lunch and then I mentioned about there's a new BL drama called 대도시 사랑법, which is a big city method of love. I'm not sure how the official name is.
I love it. Implies that there's a difference between gay love in the big city and the small town. Which I guess there could be.
Actually, it's a adaptation from a webtoon.
Oh, it's like every drama these days.
Yeah.
No, but we were also mentioning how, because I believe I saw an article saying how one of the main actors in that BL, he chose that BL drama position over that role over, I believe he said another really major opportunity, but he's like, I'm going for the BL one. And honestly, at this point, like you were saying, if you want to get rich quick scheme,
you have to be a BL drama because maybe this culture has not been very prevalent in Korea yet, but in Taiwan, I think for a male actor to be instantly famous, I think in Taiwan it's very common for that actor to be filmed in a BL drama or film. Sometimes very revealing as well. So it's the saying is very famous in China and Taiwan. It's like, if you want to be famous instantly, then you should act in a BL drama.
I also saw this article because in Thailand there's a lot of BL dramas as well.
Oh yeah,
lots of.
There's a lot. There's a ton.
Yeah, I believe there was an article I saw that this one BL actor got a lot of, not hate, but he's criticized because he was in a BL drama that was quite famous, but he said in an interview that before they had to film like sex scenes, he would have to drink alcohol to get a little bit tipsy to be able to handle doing the scene. And all
I understood. Well, people are hating him for this?
I guess. Because they think like, what, you're not genuine about it? You don't like it?
They're acting. Of course, they're not genuine about it.
Yeah.
They could be, but they shouldn't.
But you know the culture about BLs. They create this fantasy, right? That so intense that a lot of these people will see the two actors as couples even after the BL.
I think that recently one of the main two actors, they're not married. They're actually there together.
Oh.
Yeah. One of the BLs from Thailand.
Didn't they like propose?
They got married?
Yeah.
That I didn't know. I just knew that they're actually together.
And then they proposed after the bill dropped that the same-sex marriage was allowed.
Wow.
That's so
cunty. Thailand. I thank you for it.
I love how the way you said Thailand became a Thai accent.
I've been to Thailand for so many times. I've learned a little bit, just like how I learned my Texan accent. But you do not approve.
I don't.
My Texas accent.
Even as a California, I don't approve that.
How do people in California talk? Like they just talk like this, and it's very slow.
A lot more like extending of the words. I feel like.
I see.
Yeah. There's a lot. California's big, so it's not just the Valley Girl accent. I
haven't even been to California, so I have no idea. I've seen it in the media.
You can definitely feel when someone's from California, even if it's not an obvious Valley Girl accent. There's just a vibe.
They're just more calm down, right?
Yeah.
They're more lean back.
I guess so, yeah.
Versus where in New York they're very like.
They have a very specific way of talking, right? Which is hard to pinpoint because there's also a lot of different accents within New York. But when it's just a regular New Yorker, they speak very like straightforward. It's different from California where it's very like this vibe.
In terms of MBTI, I think a New Yorker in my stereotypical thinking it might be a ENTJ. ENTJ, right?
Yeah.
I think New York is very ENTJ. Like they're very goal oriented and they don't like to waste their time and they're very outgoing.
California is ESFJ.
ESFJ?
ESFP, sorry.
SP, yeah. Or ENFP?
ENFP.
Maybe ENFP is not.
I'm to F and P.
Well, if you're from New York, and tell us if you agree with us. Why do we even bring this up? Accent? And then we talk about Thailand.
Yeah.
And we talk about Kopung Kap. Right?
Because the way after you said that and then you said Thailand after, it was a very Thai accent.
Oh, you never go to Thailand with me for once.
I always
invite you.
It's okay. The food is fucking amazing. Love the food.
Well, I think Thai people will hate me on this, but I eat Thai food, but like I'm not crazy, like crazily in love with Thai food. If there's Thai food, I like it, I eat it, but
it's not your favorite.
I actually like Vietnamese food better. I think Vietnamese is very fresh.
You're more fresh type of food.
Yeah, and there's a lot of herbs used. Even more, I think in Thailand there's a lot of like Thai basil that were used and cilantro, but I think in Vietnam there's even more various herbs used, and it's just lighter in taste.
My friend Winnie, shout out to Winnie.
Hey Winnie.
He introduced me to a legit Thai place up in Haebangchon, so maybe next time we can try some and change your mind.
Sure.
It was really delicious. Like my pussy was on fire, bitch. That was so good.
Your pussy's always on fire.
But it was even more so on that.
Okay. There's a really good Thai restaurant I've tried in Haebangchon as well. Haebangchon used to be very close to where the American military base is. So I think the chef, she's married with American, and then she opened a Thai restaurant there. Maybe we went to the same one or something. But it tastes just like the food that I had in Thailand.
Which I guess you weren't into because...
okay, my word is I'm not crazily in love or like I cannot live without it. But if there is Thai food, I'm happily I enjoy it a lot.
It's just not in your top 5.
Because there's just a lot more food.
You're a chef. You have many tastes.
I just like Vietnamese food a lot. Yeah. But I like Thai culture and everything. Kopung Kap, yeah. And then Brazil to be the second Asian country, okay, actually third, to legalize gay marriage. The first one being Taiwan, and the second one being Sri Lanka.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Sri Lanka actually approved gay marriage. So if you want to get married, you can go to Sri Lanka.
Period. Speaking of Thai, last night when I was out in Itaewon, I was with a friend who... I met up with my friend and his group of friends, but those group of friends all already spread out. Some went to Eagle, some went other places, and it was just me and him left. But
what happened?
I was over it already. Like he was the type of drunk that is stumbling all over the place and touching people without their consent.
Oh, that's
literally like
that's kind of rapey.
I would literally have to be like, stop touching them. Stop speaking to them, because he'll be like, "You're cute. Are you a top or a bottom?" Which I don't know, but I think that's very uncomfortable. Some people like that. Some I don't like it.
You can ask that on Tinder or Grindr. You don't ask that in real life.
But there was 2 cute little Thai boys that were they're just, I guess, resting outside.
Welcome to Korea.
and he was doing the same bullshit to them, and I had to keep apologizing. I kept having to. I'm coming, you, Edward. I had to keep apologizing profusely because they were just like trying to be, trying to do their own thing, but he kept being like, "You're cute. Are you? You're a bottom, aren't you?" And they're all both over tops. I was like, "Oh my god, please!"
Oh my god. Oh well, I hope your friend did not get arrested at the end of the night.
I made sure that I was about to slap him in the face.
You should, Edward.
Yeah. Literally.
Well, this is the reason why I don't drink, first of all, and the second reason is I have been traumatized with the experience where me and my friend, we went to a club and my friend got completely out of control drunk, and I have to take care of him. I have to put a lot of energy and to just control and make sure that he does not make any mistakes. And the next morning he doesn't even remember.
Yeah, that's crazy. I
have put the same so much effort, and my night was ruined as well.
Yeah.
So I don't.
And for him, he just woke up like, "Wow, I feel fresh today."
Yes. Well, you know what? Even though you're one of my closest friends, and if you're drunk and if you're letting yourself out of control, then it's really hard for me to pull you back.
Yeah.
I just don't do that to your friend. It's just not nice.
Sometimes you gotta watch your friends, especially when they behave like that. You have to monitor them. They're drinking, tell them, okay, you need to stop with it, because my friend, he kept ordering. I'm like, girl, I'm not even done with my beer yet, and I drink half of it. He's already ordering another one. I'm like, girl.
But sometimes some of our friends just have drinking problem and doesn't know how to stop.
Yeah. What do you think though about how? Because in Korea, the drinking culture difference is so different between Korea and the States. How in the States, when you're, at least in my generation, from a young age, you're taught like drinking and drugs is not good or whatever. So drinking is more of like a very, I don't know, it's something you do every now and then. If you take the amount of drinking that they do in Korea and put that in America, that will be immediately seen as a drinking problem. But in Korea, it's part of the culture.
I see.
Right?
I agree with you.
It's like, oh, I'm bored, let's go drinking.
I think maybe because of like the use of marijuana or other type of drugs are so not accessible in Korea. So the only
recreational sort of
thing that like they can do is to drinking. Knowing how to drink is considered as a good social skill. I think in Korea, and it's quite popular.
They always be asking like, oh, what's your churyang, your limit?
Yeah, limit of alcohol.
It's not everyone. There's a lot of people as well that like, oh, I don't really drink, or like I don't like drinking, or I can't drink well. But it's definitely more prevalent than in the West.
Yes,
where it's seen as like a party thing.
And even in some, I'm not sure if this is still that kind of culture, but even in some like large corporations, if you go to a 회식, which what's 회식 in English?
회식 is just like, I don't think there's a word for it, but it's basically the meeting that you have with your coworkers and your boss after work, where you go drinking together.
Yeah, it's
and eating.
You go with your it's a dinner, or it really happens at lunch. It's a dinner meeting something. You go with your coworkers and it happens periodically, because there will be a budget for a company to give it to the employee to have this dinner meeting. Yeah. So you always go, and then if you drink a lot, and then you actually the 분위기 maker, like you make the atmosphere very active and welcoming by drinking with everyone, then there's actually a bigger chance for you to get promoted, because you're seen as this
the one that brings
party,
up the vibes,
party maker and everything. Yes,
party maker.
And if you don't drink and you refuse to drink and you don't act very participating in the event, then
like,
there'll be less of a chance for you to get promoted.
I think that's crazy though.
It is crazy.
In general, I think it's fascinating the way that in America, I mean, from my experience working in a place with different coworkers, it's very like you keep your coworkers here and your personal friends here. But in Korea, it's like you almost have to see your office as like your family almost. You have to really develop these relationships with everyone, and you have to go to this 회식, and you have to
very dedicated to your company.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because the working hours in Korea in general is very long.
Oh yeah.
I think Koreans' working hours is the second longest among OECD countries. OECD countries, a list of countries that's majorly, average I think is 12 hours a day or something.
That's wild.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Could never.
Well, I'm working more than 12 hours a day.
That's crazy.
I have no weekend.
Because it's all very like work from home style.
Yes, but
because you don't have an office that you go to.
I have no regrets, Edward. I think I'm planning
You
to
say that with all the regret on your face.
And all this night I cry at home.
Yeah, and there's the regret.
At least I don't unleash my negative feelings on my friends. So you know, if you guys know,
you unleash that energy through the ravaging of your hole. I was talking to someone. Was it a subscriber? Oh yeah, we're talking to a subscriber the other day during a Bounce Beauty session, and we're talking about how if you notice on our podcast, today was actually pretty chill, our conversation so far, but most of our episodes, I know we always joke about how we have no actual topic, and we really don't.
Yeah, we don't.
But we'll have like chunks of like different topics, and if you notice, we transition each chunk of topic with talking about sex. We'll talk about one thing, and one of us will make some joke about being a whore or a slut, or like your hole or sucking dick or something.
Which we're just kidding. We're Virgin Marys.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
It's either talking about sex or you pretending to be a virgin.
I am a virgin.
Which, as we all know, is clearly not the case. Capital H-I-N.
I am. After I've ever met God, I knew that how much I've sinned. And
did you see Lady Gaga's new comeback song?
What song is that?
Disease.
Disease?
Song about you.
I can admit that. Can you hum a little? Disease?
I heard it once and it was giving very her second album, her The Fame Monster. It was giving very much that vibe, very dark, which I think is cool. But I don't know. I thought the return to form was very cool, but when I was listening to it, it felt a little bit chonsoro to me.
Really? Outdated?
Not either outdated. I can't describe the feeling, but it's either outdated or very like boring to me. Right?
Because it sounds like something you have heard from her.
A little bit that, or to me, it just sounded like a suroko. Like a B-side.
I see.
I don't know. I'm gay, right? So I do love my good pop anthem, like "Rain on Me," which is very typical radio friendly. I love radio friendly, but I don't know. It is nice to hear music from her again. Because did you watch Joker 2?
I didn't watch it, but I heard it's horrible.
It is so bad. There was a spoilers, but there's a scene at the end because the entire movie they're singing, the entire movie. But at one point, Lady Gaga's singing, and then Joker's like, "I don't want to sing anymore. I don't want to sing anymore." The way I wanted to stand up and start clapping, I was like, "Yeah, I don't want to hear the singing anymore." Because every time any plot related thing happened, there has to be a song. Like,
I don't get it. The first movie is there, no one was singing, but the second movie it becomes a musical.
I don't know what the choice was there, but it was just, I saw how people were reacting to it online, like, "Oh, it's so bad, it's so bad." But I'm like, let me give it a chance. It could be good, but it was legit. Because for me, I always see like reviews from like critics, like, "Oh, this movie was not good." But I'll watch the movie, I'm like, it's actually not that bad. But this is the first time in a long time where I'm like, okay, this is actually bad. Like, I want to leave.
You want to leave in the middle?
So I just wanted it to end, right? Because I wanted to see the plot go along, but it's just that it's interrupted every 3 minutes by a song. I don't know. There's my review of the Joker 4.
Well, before during the time this was aired in theater, I was in China, and then I looked up from all the reviews, either from Chinese critics or Korean critics. It was all negative reviews, so I didn't go watch it. I do have a special part of my heart for Lady Gaga.
Oh, absolutely, which is why I'll always support whatever project she's in, but because I'll be like curious or I want to see what's up. But
yeah, it seems like she didn't have any like a hit product, movies or drama that she's been in. It always has been a flop. For example, American
Star is Born, Edward.
Oh, Star is Born. Yes, I love.
Girl,
I could never love again. I love that.
I'll be honest though, people are saying she's like such a great actress. I don't know if it's because I'm so used to her being a singer, but when I see her acting, it doesn't give me like, she's not a bad actor, but it's also like,
yeah, I don't think she's a bad actress.
It just, to me, it just feels like when you're acting for a music video, I guess. And with Lady Gaga, she's such a good performer and singer and dancer, but when it comes to acting, I'm just like, I'm not used to it.
Is it because her character and persona is so strong?
I think so.
As Lady Gaga, so whichever
character she's trying to play, she's like, oh, it's Lady Gaga in cosplay.
I see. Yeah. Just like do you know Crystal from FX? I love Crystal. I think she's killing it, and she looks the best ever now as an ambassador of Ralph Lauren. However, each movie that she was in, because I'm very interested in what she's doing, and I watch it, but I just see Crystal. I don't see the character because her voice and her a certain style for acting is very
specific.
Yep. So I instead of the character, I actually see Crystal. By the way, I don't feel my hat anymore because of this, so I have to take it off. I feel like
I took my mask off a long time ago.
Sucking my soul.
Because it's so tight.
I cannot focus.
It's like latex.
Okay.
Speaking of latex, Halloween.
American Horror Story season 1. Did you watch?
I think I started from season 2.
Oh, so season 1 is all about haunted house and latex.
Oh yeah,
and having sex with a ghost and getting pregnant.
That's crazy.
I really wish
I love the aesthetic of American Horror Story. That like mix of sex and like horror and murder.
It just get too artsy fartsy later, and it just lost all the fun. Yeah, because I am a huge fan of American Horror Story.
Which season did you watch and you were like, okay, this is the one where it's kind of like for me?
I think after season
for me, peak was 5, Covenant.
Starting from Hotel, I think it just went downhill.
The one Lady Gaga did.
Yes, it's starting with the Hotel. It's not the fault of Lady Gaga. She looks amazing in there.
It's just the story wasn't.
I just feel like they're so focused on the Mi Jung San. They just
Mi Jung San. It was beautifully shot. Like the aesthetic is beautiful, but I think the story got sacrificed because of that.
Yes, I feel like I'm watching a really well made commercial. Instead of watching anything that was actual content in it. Like
you want to, it's like you're kind of watching it just to finish it instead of like the other seasons where it's like you want to see what's happening.
Yes, I'm just watching it for the sake of, I was a fan of the series because my favorite is The Coven. I think The Coven is everyone's favorite.
Beautiful mix of visuals, comedy, horror, story, everything.
And women.
All icon.
Balenciaga! Yes, when she got burnt.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's what I'm gonna say when I got burnt.
Did you see Cult? That one was kind of hard to watch.
Oh, I've seen Cult.
It just kept going and going. I'm like, oh.
But I think Cult is it reminds people what Coven is, right? Cult. What
do you mean?
Did I remember it wrong? Because there's a season where like the witch theme has come back. And then they brought back the witch theme, and there's the son of the devil, and there's even male witches, wizard actually, I should say.
Maybe, I don't remember.
That season is one of the better seasons of the later seasons that came out because it's sort of a nostalgic thing for people who loved Coven because it's another theme of the witch.
Did you see Roka Noen or something?
I did not like it.
I kept starting it over and over because I'm like, okay, I need to go back, but I would always stop like 3 episodes in because I'm like, ugh.
It's filmed in a style of fake documentary, which is one of my favorite style when it comes to horror movies or a TV series.
But for the American Horror Story format, I guess because they were trying to change it up a little bit.
Yes,
but
it failed.
It didn't feel like American Horror. I mean, it doesn't have to feel like it, but they have a formula. And that one kind of just like fell flat for me.
Yeah, it's just not interesting to watch. It doesn't have the thing that bring me back to episode after episode.
Yeah, or much.
I think there's a new season that came out that will be released on Hulu.
Isn't there one that has Kim Kardashian in it?
Yes.
Yeah, that one. Have you seen that one?
No. Did you watch it? Because I don't have Hulu.
Now that we're talking about it, though, I kind of want to go back and watch it. Did you like the circus one? I like circus.
I did not like circus.
I like it. It wasn't as iconic as...
by circus, do you mean Freak Show? The name of Freak Show, right?
Yeah. It was... I liked it for the story. Like, it was interesting. Like, I kept watching it, but definitely it wasn't as iconic. I think Covenant was just too iconic.
For me, too. I think that the Freak Show, it was okay, but it's a little bit too cruel and too hardcore for my liking.
I think they really try to turn up the violence in that one.
It's very violent, but I mean the show itself is the selling point of the show is to be violent, so I get it. And but one of the core reasons that kept me watching this show, I have to say, is the Peter Evans.
Oh my god,
he's so cute.
Biggest crush ever. Oh my god,
he has that bad boy vibe.
And honestly, Edward, the scenes where he's performing some homosexual activity,
even though he's straight,
only to murder them later. I'm not gonna lie, Edward. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
kind of turned me on.
I mean, the director is gay, so he knows what we want.
Yeah.
To just put Peter Evans in each American Horror Story, and then the facts will watch it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we have to watch the new season.
Not to say that the murder turned me on. I think it's the fantasy of a straight guy knowing that he was doing the homosexual stuff, that was what turned me on, not the murder. Just to clarify.
He's a really good actor. He knows
Yeah,
what
he's a good
doing.
actor. And the fact that they all had different roles in every season. Yeah.
So I hope you have a good Halloween. You enjoy what happened.
Halloween is next week.
It is supposed to be this week because no one cares about Halloweens in November. It does not make sense.
It becomes very
emehe
when it doesn't land on the weekend, because people either celebrate it the week before or afterwards. But if it's already November, it doesn't feel like
Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pumpkins is rotten. So are you going to Itaewon next week?
I don't know. My friend asked me if I could do his makeup because he saw my little makeup video. So he's like, "Oh my god, I want to do that too." But I'm like,
what does he want to be?
This is what he said he wanted to be. Sexy Dracula 백작 오빠.
Oh, he wants to be a sexy Dracula.
Sexy Dracula Count Oppa.
Which, is he hot enough for it?
I think he has the body for it, definitely.
How about the face?
The face?
What do you
Maybe
mean?
with some makeup.
Uh-huh.
I think he's fucking hot, but I've noticed he's not popular with Korean girls. He's popular with foreign girls.
Why?
And those kinds of guys have a very certain image. I don't know.
I need to
Whenever
see
we
his
go to the
face
club together,
to
it's
know what
only
you mean.
foreign girls going up to him. Yeah.
Because he has a very
Girl, you
prominent.
know us foreign girls, we have such lower standards for Korean guys.
But I do have to see his face.
His 인생 is very 강해 보여. Very strong face.
Yeah, because I think local Koreans prefer softer features.
남친,
Yes.
very, which is weird when they say boyfriend look, but what does boyfriend look even mean?
I think the
Basically
classic
soft.
boyfriend looks
Actors.
will be Jung Hae-in or Kim Soo-hyun. So because they have a very kind looking face.
A kind looking face,
and
yeah.
they don't look like they are going to attack someone. Like they don't look very conventionally masculine. Yeah, they just look like pretty cute boys who will not be likely commit in domestic violence or something because they look very 무해해, like they're harmless. Like the little rabbit
Until you realize
in the
that
zoo.
no matter the face, anybody could be like that.
Yes, monsters.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in love with
Judas.
I find it so strange. That's not strange, but I think it's so funny whenever I watch the music video that. Have you ever been to Universal Studios?
I have.
Not Japan though.
I have only been to Japan. Yes,
because you know how
twice.
there's like a tour thing. I don't know if they have that in Japan.
They should have.
Because in California, you can go on like a tour of the actual movie lot where they film like Desperate Housewives and like all those like famous shows.
I have to.
and movies.
I'm the forever huge fan of Desperate
I
Housewives.
know, that's why I brought it up. But you can go on a tour, like a little tour ride, and
They actually filmed there.
the actual lot.
Oh my god!
Because
Where Stereo
Because
Lane.
Universal Studios, it's literally the studios, and they put a amusement park in it.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So
I want to shoot myself where Mary Alice is.
okay. So it's not just like you're literally sitting in a truck and you're just like going around. It's that plus they create like interactive parts where it's like there's a Jurassic Park part. There's like a screens. It's very interactive. But
I have to go.
The scene in the Judas music video with the water, like it's like
Filming there?
yeah, that's Universal Studios.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, with the water, it even reminds me of the black perfume that Lady Gaga has produced and everybody
my
forget
God.
about.
She was like, I put semen in there.
She didn't say it. It's a rumor, and then she later denied.
Of course. It just smelled like every other basic celebrity perfume. It was
We
very
know
sweet.
what semen smells like.
Oh, true. Yeah, it was supposed to be like, I want a bit of my DNA in there. It's all marketing, obviously.
Yes.
But honestly, you had to be there at the time. When you were a fresh new Lady Gaga fan back during that time, the fantasy that she created was wild.
Yes.
Yeah, like sitting up every day waiting for the new album, music video to drop. Oh my God.
I just wish there is another sort of iconic artist just like her to sort of be so fast, so forward in her era. Because nowadays, if you see what she has done, it's just it's so like 20 years ahead of her time. I wish there's another artist, and I cannot name even one. Can
That
you
was
name?
as like
Just
revolutionary.
like her. Yeah, revolutionary.
Because what she did was so different, but these days there's so many different types of pop artists now that very rarely you're gonna see someone that's like maybe Chapel Roan, but she makes great pop music and she just happens to have like the makeup on, right? You know, there's no other artists like her right now currently, so she's the only one I can kind of think of.
I see.
But with Lady Gaga, it was like the outfit, the makeup. Well, actually, her makeup wasn't even that crazy back then. It was mostly the outfits and the hair.
Yes, and each outfit is not just dressing up to actually have the publicity. If all her outfit has a meaning and is making a statement, which that's why you don't feel it's just weird and cheap. You feel like it's a representation of what she wants to interact with her fans and with the public at that time. So it just makes each outfit so iconic and memorable even in this day.
And the fact that her music not only changed the landscape of, well, to be honest, I think it started with like Britney Spears' Blackout, but after Lady Gaga started dropping her music, everyone in the pop game started to change their music too, and everyone started dressing like Lady Gaga. So that's how she's iconic.
Yeah.
But
even though her new movie's a flop and you didn't like it, and I didn't even bother to watch it.
It was pretty bad.
I still love. I would just like to have a special space for her.
Yeah.
For Lady Gaga.
That's how I feel about Perfume. They recently released this new album called Nebula Romance.
I'm surprised they're still active.
I know. Part 1. They're going to release part 2 next year, but I think it's supposed to be like a concept album where it's very like 80s Japanese, like space age, like sort of vibe. So the whole album sounds very cohesive. I'm not that into it, but all the Perfume fans are like, oh my God, we're back, baby. We're back in the game. And I'm like,
can you hum a little of the new song?
I'll play a little bit for you.
Bobby, a big bowl, like that?
It's not that vibe anymore.
Okay.
It's very
what
like,
kind of vibe?
I'll play a little bit and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Chocolate disco. It's still the same vibe then. Okay,
it's not that, Edward. It's very like very 80s, which
it's like a game BGM
kind of, which has always been their thing, but it's very like really leaning into it this time, which I don't know. It's probably just my taste in music now, but I'm not really that into it. I'm still listening to it to try and force myself to like it, because whatever Perfume drops, just like with Lady Gaga, I don't care. Even if I don't like the music, I will always tune in. But I do like that they're putting the budget for this album is definitely much higher. Because for the last few albums, the budget has kind of not been there. And they're known for having the best tours, the best album concept, and like everything very technological. But this time, lately, it's just been LED screens and some lights.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad then they're just finally getting their budget back, making a new album.
Yeah, but Japan, in Korea, if one album flops, the company just gives up on them.
Yeah, they just give up.
In Japan,
or sending them to survival programs after their
curse
flops.
of appearing on Edward Avila's channel and immediately, 1, either disbanding, 2, showing up on a survival show, or 3, just breaking up.
The Brave Girls on your channel.
What are they up to? I know 3.
One of them are getting married, I think. The Yu Jong.
I thought she was in a relationship.
Oh, okay.
She's the one that left though.
Yes.
And then the 3 are just still doing
rolling
up the military base.
I guess at least everyone is making more money than us because we're getting none
on this channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're still doing it just for the sake of fun.
Are we having fun, Edward?
I am.
You're having fun.
You're having fun too, Edward. Just admit it. You just like, and I really appreciate it because we have left for 2 months because you were traveling and I'm traveling. There's just no time in between. And after 2 months, we finished filming and then we uploaded another episode after so long. And people still really liked us, and I just really appreciate it. People still didn't forget about us, which I feel like I'm glad, and I really appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching.
You're happy, Edward. Anyway, that was today's Halloween episode.
I want to end this episode with
a positive message.
With Desperate Housewife style.
Okay.
Yes, each Halloween there will be parties. Just be careful of what you wearing and where you go.
Did she say too?
I don't think she just always say yes. She always start with every single monologue with yes, and she always ends each episode with a pun, which I cannot think of at this moment. But I wish everyone have a safe and happy Halloween.
Be safe. Check your candy.
Yes.
And
the Double D podcast.
If you see any glory holes, make sure you wipe the edge with a little bit of a antibacterial wipe.
Wear a condom and get yourself vaccinated for monkeypox.
Why are you looking at me when you said? Why don't you look at them?
Well, whatever. Yes, I will see you next time. Yes. Hi, sisters. Pretty girl mantra.